Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another video in self-improvement video series. And today I will talk all about books. If you actually go around and talk to people, you will realize that 80% of them want to read books in some way or the other. They want to increase their speed, they want to increase the number of books that they are reading, they want to continuously build a habit of reading. But only about 10% of them actually have a very good reading habit. Why does it happen? In this video, I will go through the reasons of why it happens and what you can do to improve your reading speed, improve your reading habit, give more time to books continuously, and even if you are someone who actually has a reading habit like myself, there might be some times when you are unable to read. There might be a phase when you're just unable to read something, or you might want to read more and more books. So this particular video will talk about all of that. But before that, let me just talk about why is it that you should read books. If you are someone who has a reading habit, skip ahead to the next chapter on just reading more books and how do you ensure that. Well, in today's era of all of these screens, all of these devices, it's very easy, very easy to not put that effort, that conscious effort in reading a book. It's very easy to just go ahead and watch something or just browse social media or just do something which, your phone, your laptop, everything provides. But reading a book, what essentially it does, obviously it improves your communication, it improves your reading, your whatever language you are reading in, probably can also improve your writing skills, but it also sort of stimulates your creativity. When you are watching a movie, for example, you will watch exactly what the director thought, right? Exactly what he envisioned in his view of the movie. But when you're reading something, you read it from the author's perspective. You obviously know the story from the author's perspective, but you are still able to imagine things and just envision things on your own. And that sort of creativity gets lost in anything where you watch it ready-made. Obviously, reading books takes more time than watching a movie. In case you want to just cover a lot of things, watch a movie. But you should always try to read at least one or two books at a time. That will enhance your overall thought process as well. With that, let's just get into the reasons of why is it difficult for people to read books essentially. What happens is that we have endless choices of the kind of books that we can read. Different genres, different books, different authors, etc. Second is that we also now have a choice of the device where we want to read the book. You can read it on a Kindle, on your phone, on a hard copy or something else, right? So that choice is also there. What happens is that when we have all of these different choices, it just becomes very difficult for human brain to continuously make this decision and continuously make this particular choice, right? So what most people end up doing is that they spend so much time and energy in just taking this decision from all of these options that they don't really reach the reading phase. You will see, okay, I want to start reading a book. Then you will browse through 10 books, 20 books, you will read reviews, you will see how lengthy the book is, etc. etc. Once you have finalized on a book, then you will see, okay, is it available on the web or should I buy it on Kindle, should I buy a hard copy? All of these decisions will just take away energy. So this is like one of the biggest reasons that ever, will hamper you from starting a new book. I'll talk about the solutions later on. Other reason that I have generally faced, that this is personally what I have faced, is that even if I have like one great book in my mind and I'm reading that book, somewhere in the middle, either due to my mental bandwidth or my mood, I just don't find it interesting anymore. And then I pause. And then I think that, okay, I will not start another book. I will actually read this one back. But I never come to it because my mood and my scenario or my mindset is just not like reading that particular book at that time. This is also one big problem. This is something that probably you can call like a reader's block. When you are reading something, but eventually you just stop finding it interesting at that particular point in time. You might want to come back and read it back. But yes, this block definitely happens. So now just discussing about what are the different things then we should do to ensure that we are reading more books. Some practical tips that I really like are, first of all, choose the platform that is best suited for you. If you are new into books, if you have never read a lot, don't invest in a Kindle right away. Just buy hard copy books, read a few hard copy books. If you feel you are in that habit, then you can invest in a Kindle. Once you know that this is the frequency that I can read, based on that you can choose between hard copy or Kindle. If you want to see how is it like reading on a Kindle, you can try the Kindle reading app on your phone as well. But, and this is a big but, is that when you are reading on phone, you are very, very, very prone to distractions. So what I do is that whenever I'm reading on my phone, I turn off all my notifications. I kind of turn my phone into a grayscale mode, reading mode, and ensure that it is just a reading mode for me at that particular time and I'm not getting distracted. Ensure that you do this. Ensure you have a full screen app to read. You do not move from one to the other app again and again. You have all of the blue light filter, dark mode, etc. so that you don't even hurt your eyes. Okay, so choose the best platform that is suited for you. And you can obviously choose amongst any of these. I personally never found reading on a laptop very useful because, one, there are tons of distractions. Reading on a laptop never felt like leisure to me or something that I'm doing for hobby. It just always felt like this is a work that I'm doing. And that could be just me. If you feel that that's more comfortable, up to you. So choose one particular platform at least for say the next few weeks or months for yourself, and then you can revise based on your frequency of reading. The next one is, if you are starting a book or if you're just starting this reading habit, you need to choose a book. Now choose a book with the least resistance. What are the kind of books that you can basically read which have the least resistance? Generally, these are like mystery, thriller, suspense, etc., etc. So if you just find some book like that, pick that up and read it through, because you will generally not tend to lose interest in between. If you start reading some non-fiction book, etc., you might just lose some interest in between. So that is like just choosing a book. Along with this, have like a list of good books. If you are someone who reads continuously, have a list of good books that you want to read. Along with them, just put the genre or something so that you can match the book that you're picking with your mood at that particular time. There can be a lot of books which are good but will just not suit you. So I was reading this book, The Short History about almost everything. And it was a really good book. It is around a 500 pager or something. I read up to 400 pages very nicely. I read up to 350 pages very nicely. Last 50 pages were a drag. Then I read like up to 400 pages. After that, I just paused. And when I paused, I just could not bring myself to pick up that book again because I felt like I'm just not in the mood. And that is something that happened. And then I went back to like my entire book list to pick up another book. Which brings me to my next point: read multiple books at a time. This might sound like super counterintuitive that, that will just get our focus divided or concentration divided or attention divided. No, it doesn't do that. What happens is just that when you are in such a reader's block, you can read something else. You don't essentially stop reading overall. You just stop reading one book and then you move to something else. I just read, when I was in a reader's block, I just read like some suspense stories. And then I was again in the groove of reading. So that just makes it better. And you'll be surprised, there are quite a few books that I have abandoned, and there is an abandoned list in my Goodreads profile. So that's just somewhere where I am because it's just like you are just not in the mood to read that particular book sometimes. And that's completely fine. So reading multiple books at one particular time can give you the flexibility of choosing between books based on your mood, so that you never get into this particular reader's block as well. Along with all of this, to create a reading habit, if you do not have a reading habit, obviously the best way is to know when you will read, where you will read, and how you will read. right? And that is sort of the crux of how you essentially create any sort of habit. So you need to figure out what time slot I'll read daily. Like I read daily before sleeping. So I give around 15 to 30 minutes based on how tired I am to just read, and I read in my bed. So I know where I am reading, when I am reading, and also I have a few books in my mind and I just pick up one, which few of the books that I'm reading, I just pick up one. So I know how I'm reading as well, what I'm reading as well, and I read right now on my Kindle app on phone. So I also know how I'm reading. Once there's an answer to these 4 questions, and the answer to these 4 questions need to be very, very instant. You do not need to actually give in a lot of brain energy or attention or time to these answers. Once that is there, then I think reading becomes easy. Then it is just a matter of how concentrated you are or how much you are liking the book. So that is almost all the tips that are required for reading. I have a blog on this, sort of detailing out all of the things that I mentioned in the video itself, and along with that giving a few good book suggestions as well. The link you will find in description below. Also, let me know how you found the video. Was it helpful for you or not? In case it was, please do subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and do share it with anyone you feel it will be useful for. Along with this, I do live Q&A sessions every Sunday 7 p.m. So I'll see you there. Take care. Links to all of my social media websites, social media links are there in description. So do connect with me on multiple channels. See ya. Take care.